Namaste everybody. Thanks Bala. It's been a great show so far. I enjoyed really the demos and the videos that we saw so far. I'll talk to you about three things. What can Adbhut India build? How we can build it? And how we can serve customers at significantly lower prices. So the first thing that India really can build is, like we saw in the case of Stage, we are building experiences, digital experiences that are welcoming entirely new populations to entirely new app experiences. Imagine an entrepreneur somewhere in Uttar Pradesh wanting to invest in a new age FD booking app, and they're just waiting to click the button invest because this particular small bank gives a higher interest rate, but they're not very sure if they should go ahead and do that. At that moment, when they're lacking the confidence to transact as confidently as we do today, if you had an AI in place in their app that is helping them decide what to do, how would that really be? Or a second example, let's say a new mother wanting to ask questions about her child or about her pregnancy using a very familiar interface like WhatsApp and being able to send images, speak in their language, send voice notes, and getting answers from doctors, certified doctors, who typically don't have the bandwidth to reach out to this class of users on that same interface like WhatsApp. And we heard from Briefcase about providing access to healthcare. It's actually possible today to provide this from the top doctors to all the new mothers that we have in the country. Or a third example, we heard about Chinese whispers. Imagine a sales guy just finished a long conversation with a stockist somewhere and got lots of insights about what the stockist is doing, what is selling, what is not selling, what a competitor is doing, the price being high, too low. And now this particular person finished the conversation going back to the bike. Instead of now sending an email to his supervisors about what he heard, what insights he got, imagine AI being able to do a call to this person, and this person has an unintermediated conversation and all the insights are extracted from that conversation and put into various databases. So these are the kinds of experiences that we can build today. These are somewhat magical to some of us, but these are not imagined use cases. These are real use cases that we can build and provide value to new users coming onto experiences, new people getting access to healthcare, and people taking their insights on the ground and taking it to a boardroom. But what does it take to build these experiences? Does it take 10 engineers amongst us to go build them? Our answer at Sarvam, no. It is the companies that are actually represented by these different experiences can actually build them themselves. And I wanted to provide a sneak preview to Sarvam's authoring experience for the first time here. What you will see here is someone using a platform, typing in English what they would like to build, one of those three bot experiences, not writing any lines of code and actually getting an experience coming out of it. Let's see. So it begins by first the company specifying something about themselves. For example, what is the brand? What kind of a bot do you like to have? What are the guidelines, the guardrails that you would like to put? Then you bring in your APIs, or essentially your external functions to book a hospital appointment, your knowledge bases to answer questions, and you do all of that in an interface where you can type in natural language, put what your bot should do. Maybe it should use this particular tool for a particular task. It should, depending on what the user is saying, do something else, and you type all of that in natural language. Maybe it takes you one day to think that through, and once you click done, you will get an AI agent that looks like this.
नमस्ते राहुल, मैं स्टेबल मनी का AI असिस्टेंट हूँ। मैं आपको FD बुकिंग करने में और कोई क्वेश्चंस आंसर करने में हेल्प कर सकता हूँ।
जी, मैं नया अभी इंस्टॉल किया स्टेबल मनी ऐप ने, मेरे दोस्त ने बताया इसके बारे में। ये इन्वेस्टमेंट्स करना मतलब ऑनलाइन में FD करना सेफ है क्या? मतलब सब बैंक्स, बहुत छोटे छोटे बैंक है जो आपके पास है, और कुछ अलावा बड़े बैंक से या इसमें इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं क्या?
स्टेबल मनी में FD बुक करना बहुत सेफ और सिक्योर है। सभी बैंक्स जो स्टेबल मनी पर लिस्टेड हैं RBI द्वारा रेगुलेटेड हैं। स्टेबल मनी में सभी डिपॉजिट्स का बीमा 5 लाख रुपए तक DICGC द्वारा किया जाता है, जो कि वित्त मंत्रालय के अंतर्गत एक विशेषीकृत विभाग है। स्टेबल मनी पर 2 लाख से अधिक कस्टमर्स ने समय के साथ अपना पैसा इन्वेस्ट किया है और हम पर भरोसा किया है। अगर आपको सेफ्टी के बारे में और जानकारी चाहिए तो मुझे बताएं। मैं आपको टैक्सेशन और विथड्रॉल्स की जानकारी भी दे सकता हूं।
नहीं, आपके पास जो FDs है उसमें से सबसे ज़्यादा पॉपुलर कौन सा FDs है जिसको मेरे को बुक करना है? तो
यहाँ हमारे ऐप पर कुछ सबसे पॉपुलर FDs हैं। पहला है सूर्योदय बैंक, जो 8.65% इंटरेस्ट रेट के साथ 2 साल की टेन्यूर के लिए है। फिर हमारे पास शिवालिक बैंक है जो 8.55% इंटरेस्ट रेट के साथ 2 साल के लिए है। और फिर हमारे पास उत्कर्ष बैंक है। अगर आप और टेन्यूर्स या बैंकों की तलाश में हैं तो मुझे बताएं, मैं आपको हमारे NBFC से भी FD ऑप्शन शेयर कर सकता हूं।
So let me run through what happened just now. A user on an app used their voice, asking in this case in Hindi, a question, and what you got was an experience where not just the answer comes back in the voice, but you also got user interface, which was contextual to what was being asked. So if there's a question that is being asked regarding information, you saw 3 bullet points come and the bot was able to guide you through information. When there was a question asked about fixed deposit rates, a card came up with the numbers, right? What does this look like? This looks like LLMs powering your entire application in one place. It's not about streaming text that India wants. India wants to have voice-led interfaces which actually gets things done right there. So things like customer care, things like customer support, even being enabling completely new users to new experiences should happen right away. Imagine what would be possible if every small organization is able to quickly use an authoring experience like this and build a bot like this for themselves. But the second question to really ask is this about giving away all that you have to a company, let's say somewhere in the west coast of San Francisco, and using their APIs, or can we retain more control ourselves? So what is under the hood that is powering this? One, there is the Sarvam stack. It includes the natural language to agent framework that I showed you, that you can type out all this in English and you get a bot out. But there are a few more layers below that. There's enterprise deployment, which is to take everything that you have and move it to any cloud that the user may want to. So there is no lock-in. You want to do this on-prem, government wants to run it in state data centers, all that is possible. Next, we have foundation models that Sarvam is building, both Indic and agentic. Indic models, of course, Indian language, text and speech models, and agentic models that get things done. Finally, there is fast GPU inferencing. Of course, all of us know these things run on GPUs, and there is some amount of work to be done to take these experiences and make them very, very efficient on GPUs so that the cost of serving them is low. Now, that is a Sarvam full stack. We call ourselves a full stack company. But what do you bring? The company brings its resources, let's say its APIs, its knowledge bases, its instructions, its brand guidelines and styles. And what you get, and this is the critical piece, you get a custom built small model for that particular task. The result of this experience is you get a bot that with a model that is specifically in this case for helping you buy FDs, right? And that bot or that model you could serve anywhere on your GPUs, on the GPUs of a particular cloud provider, or also on the GPUs, let us say, that the government provides to many startups to run things on, right? And that is essentially the idea of your AI in your control. But what does it cost? I think Tanuj said it's expensive. I would like to differ, right? So if you ask me, in the history of compute, what has 1 rupee of compute got us, let's say from the 1980s to today, right? I think what AI has done is it has accelerated tremendously the scale of what 1 rupee of compute gives us, right? It's always been going down. Chips have gotten smaller, power is more accessible, but with AI, what does it cost to, let's say, for a user to transact confidently? What is your guess? It is 100 rupees? Would that be the number? No. Is it 10 rupees? That's also not the number. It's actually 1 rupee, right? And this is the opportunity that India has. We have shown in the past that we can do high volume, low cost excellently. And AI provides us the chance to take it to the next level. If every student could get their questions answered, if every new mother has their doubts cleared, if every new UP entrepreneur is able to book FDs on this app at 1 rupee kind of cost, then we really change things at scale. So putting these three things together, building magic is easy. You can have AI in your own control and you can serve it at a low cost. If you combine all these three things, that's when you enable everyone to build magic. That's when you enable an Adbhut India. And Sarvam, the word in Sanskrit, means really everyone. Thank you.